down from Yasmin in Victoria, that's northeast Victoria, and it's a beautiful little town, old gold mining town, and we live right in the CBD of Yasmin, my wife and I, and what do we get up to there? There's a lot of music around town, there's a lot of artists, players, and we have every Wednesday night at the Top Pub, which is 5 doors up from our house. We have a music session where people just come in and sit around tables with fiddles and accordions and guitars. And I rode a horse up there the other night and had a beer, and then rode her back down the footpath under the verandas of the town and put her in the backyard for the night. So that's the sort of thing we get up to in Yasmin. I'm into sort of bluegrass and acoustic music mostly. That makes up a lot of my listening. So I'm a pretty keen collector of instruments. I don't have a huge collection of vintage stuff, but I've got a few vintage instruments, and but I like having good instruments. It means a lot to me to be playing something, especially if it's custom made. Got a good, Joe Gallagher guitar, Australian built, Grundy banjo, Australian built, Ray Black mandolin, Australian built, and just a good old fiddle that I found in a clearing sale that was in pieces. So instruments really interest me. So when I come to the muster sale, I like spending time with people and talking about instruments. And so Troy Casadale is someone like that. When I bumped into him yesterday, the first thing we're talking about is guitars. And he's looking at my guitar saying, who built this? And then I'm talking about the mandolin, and he's talking about banjos. And for me, at a music festival, that's very important. I mean, it is, of course, the publicity side of things and the interviews and meeting people and networking and all that stuff is important. But I find I really get a kick out of meeting young musicians or any musicians and sitting around and having a play. And that's what I get a real kick out of, and checking out what instruments people are playing, especially if they're custom built and really good quality. So that's what I get a kick out of, and I love the Gympie muster for that camaraderie you feel. I guess there's sometimes you only see people here or at Tamworth, but in a lot of ways it's easier to catch up with people here than Tamworth, because Tamworth's sort of spread out, and you say, I'll catch up with you in Tamworth, and you may not see them. But here, you just run into them backstage, because it's all sort of in one compound. But I hope I keep coming back to this muster. I love it and love this part of the world, and it's great to see so much music coming out of the actual town of Gympie too. I've had